Much respect, you guys. How you guys doing? Fight Fearless. Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning into this afternoon's 1 o'clock workout. And we're gonna get started today with headstand core work. So headstand core work, and what you're gonna need is maybe like a t-shirt. Grab an extra t-shirt or a towel or something to put down on the ground so that you can have a little bit of cushion for your head. Depending on where you are working, I have mats. You may have mats, but a soft cushion underneath your head, and that's all that you're gonna really need. Or maybe like a pillow. A pillow is a good one too, and also a wall. If this is the first time doing headstand, and I'm gonna send this to you, Melody. This helps strengthen your neck, help something that you work on. I know I sent you another video, and this may be very repetitive from that first one, headstand one, but we're gonna be working more into the core. And by activating the core while upside down, there's a lot of benefits to that. One, by being upside down, we're allowing the blood that's in our feet, all the emotions and our senses in our feet, that tends to get disconnected from the earth too, with our rubber shoes and all that stuff. Also too, Danny and Gustavo, your dad, gout and stuff like that, helping turning you upside down will help your kidneys, because your kidney meridians in your feet and your legs. So by turning upside down, we're going to help benefit that way too. But by strengthening the neck, so the cervical spine, this is like a bridge between our head and our heart. So that bridge can get kind of like disrupted sometimes. So by standing on our head, we're going to help strengthen the muscles, the deep longitudinal muscles, the sternocleidomastoid, the trapezius on the back, the upper trapezius. This goes up in the head, and the levator scapula here on the side, levator scapula. That goes down into, and you've got your traps here that go up too. So those main muscles there are what we're going to be strengthening by coming up onto our head. So like I said, simply for those of you on flipping through on Facebook, I got 4 there. So if you guys could go over to YouTube, that would be awesome. I can put the link in there if you need to. Otherwise, it's just youtube.com/fightfearless. And if you turn over there, subscribe with this, hit the notification bell for every time. And that way you can get notified through your phone and all that stuff when I jump on for a workout. But let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna put it down. So hopefully you have your shirt or whatever. So you got your shirt. Just fold it. Couple times, 1, 2, boom. Now we got our little pad right there. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is we're going to create a tripod. We're going to do a tripod headstand, and the benefits of the tripod is that we can really work into our upper chest and neck muscles. So by activating our arms and pushing into our arms, we can do it with our forearms too, but this is a little bit more of the back arms. But I like to do it with our hands here, so that way it strengthens the front side. But either way, we need to stand on our head. So by strengthening our head, we'll strengthen everything else. We'll put our head down to the floor. Now for Melody, this is the first time, and I know a lot of you are like Melena, my business partner, are fearful of the neck and what could happen, if you hurt your neck, right? But this is the only way that we can really strengthen it. So I'm gonna put my forehead down to the ground, and then I want to go side to side with my elbows to stretch the sternocleidomastoid, which a lot of tension from the hands and the arms, heart and lungs, go up and tighten up here. Heart and lungs, all this emotion from the heart, or digestion pushing up into the heart and not going up into the throat, right? Like acid reflux and whatnot. That all the way going up and creating tension across the brachial plexus. So all that tension, we want to stretch all that out by putting our head to the floor. And I'm on my knees here, so you can do it without your hands at first. Hopefully you can do that. And you can just rock front to back. Inhale. Make sure to fully inhale so you can feel the stretching. And exhale, you can sink back. When you sink back, you're looking straight into the floor, like just straight down. I'm putting all my weight into the ground, like a child's pose. Okay, and just looking right there. That alone will help strengthen and reset your posture, so that all that forward head posture that we've got, all that is going to help by basically here, hands behind your back, pretty much. Right? So eventually you start to strengthen that, and eventually you can just come up off of your knees, maybe use your hands. Your hands should not be next to your head, they should be next to your shoulders. So touch your shoulders, and then put your hands right to the floor. So touch your shoulders, hands right to the floor. Squeeze your elbows in tight to your body so you activate the inner triceps and core and chest. Okay, and then from here, look how I just go side to side. I put my elbow down, and you feel that stretch across the left side. Inhale, exhale, touch your elbow down. Stretch, look off to the left or look at your left hand. Feel that stretch across the side, sternocleidomastoid or front neck muscle. Exhale, put your elbow down, just lay there. Do that a few times on either side. Just to activate the muscle. Stretch. Stretch the shoulder, the brachial plexus. Push the elbow down to the floor. Feel that activation by pushing down. And then pressure into the face. So I push my face into the towel, into the floor, and push my elbow down, and you can feel that activation and stretch there. So much that you could do a headstand. And this actually is called fallen angel. This position here, where my face would be to the floor, and my hands, right? That's fallen angel. That's a pose too. So my face to the floor, and stretching all of that, the shoulder and the heart and the lungs. But we won't need going to that today. But it's a similar position. So let's go ahead and go into the headstand now, the tripod headstand, your next thing to try. And maybe that's just it for you today, that's okay. But next thing to try, let's try this, and then if you can't do it, we'll try it again. So you're gonna put your head to the floor. Now make sure you're all the way on the crown of your head by being able to pick your knees up off the ground. Maybe you just pick one up off the ground for now. Feel free to rock side to side. Don't be afraid. Don't worry, you're not going to hurt yourself. You'll only hurt yourself by being afraid and worrying. So pick up your other knee, lean to that side, balance, do whatever you need to really feel that support, that strength of the neck there. My knees down. If I can bring my other knee up, or I can bring both of them, I'll put my hands down and then push. We'll try to get both knees off the ground. Rock front to back. Grab a pillow. You know, if it starts to hurt your head, just grab something softer. That's okay. You know, it's also gonna create bone density, and the bone density is really good for the blood because the bones create blood, and so in the thin layer of the bone, you've got so much DNA, like hard DNA, structured DNA. That's your beliefs. Your bones are your belief system. So if your bones are weak, your belief system, you're standing on sand. You know what I mean? We need faith, we need strength, we need love, we need light, we need God in our realization. We know that, you know, all that. So down to the core of us, we need that love. So let's go back to it. So we're in that headstand, and we picked up our knees. Maybe you picked one, maybe you picked two. You rocked back and forth. You're able to stand on your head. Maybe you pick up one hand, maybe you pick up the other. Okay, now here comes in the core work. Right? So it's more than just a headstand, but once we get into that position, and we're now we've strengthened the neck, and the neck's getting stronger, the neck's going to connect into our upper core, and it's going to kind of bypass the chest. We're using the chest too, but the reason why I really like this, especially for women too, is just being upside down helps with hormone balance, helps with circulation, helps with emotional health, heart health, stress, relieving stress. Let it all go. Let it go out of your head into the earth. So let's go back down. We're going to put it back up. Breathe when you need to. Rest, then come right back to it. Breathe, rest. Go back right to it. Breathe, rest, go back right to it until we're about done. But this is good for, let's keep going. If we can keep going, let's keep going. So put our hands to the floor now. If you could put one knee onto the elbows and then do the other one. Right there, that's a lot of core work. So just touching. One, do that 10 times. 10 times. 2, 3, 4, just touch. 5, exhale. 6, breathe, inhale. 7, 8, 9. You can drop your knees if you need to each time. Pick your knees up, touch your elbow. Kind of like a mountain climber type of thing. Modified mountain climber. Put the knees down, put one knee up on the elbow. And that should be a lot of core work right there, so you guys are probably feeling it there. give you a second. Okay. Yeah. You know, your neck's gonna be. It's like it feels weird, doesn't it? It's like it's like because there's blood in there now. There's actually blood in there. So yeah, it feels weird at first, but eventually you're like, okay, I see the benefit. I see the reason why. Once we pump blood into the muscle then it expands, and then it puts pressure onto the bones and to the tendons and whatnot, and it contracts, and then it relaxes. And so a lot of times we have subconscious contraction, where we have this tension, unconscious tension of the body creates unintentional death of the cell, right? So this tension that we've got at the core of our neck and everything like that, if that's held on to for long, it can, you know, if it's emotional, if it's anger, if it's this, if it's that, then it can turn into things. But if we contract and we relax, we contract, we relax. Like you breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, breathe out. We stop breathing, you just contracted the whole time, then obviously there's gonna be a problem. So be able to contract it, and then later on you'll relax. You'll relax it because it'll be forced to relax. So let's do it again. So put ourselves back into that position in the headstand. Okay, and on this one here, we're on a tripod headstand right there. We put our knee up onto the elbows. Maybe you can put both, and you can come up into that and try that for a second. Yeah, go ahead and just hold. And if you try to get up there and just hold for like 20 to 30 seconds, just holding. If you can get both knees up, try both knees up, or maybe not. Just go ahead, keep going. Put both on, pull both off, touch both knees down. Breathe. Okay. All right, so that kind of activates. That's good right there. So now let's try we're going to try to put both knees on, and if you can't do this, then that's okay too. Don't worry, just keep practicing what you can. But we're going to put both knees on. Or I'm going to put both knees on, and then I'm going to put both knees to the floor. Both knees on, both knees to the floor. Both knees on, both knees to the floor 10 times, as controlled as possible, and that's going to really shred the midsection, and it's keeping everything on the upper body active at the same time. It's also working the legs, because the legs are upside down, all the weight of the upper body here, so it's like I think honestly the best way to trim the core and get that six-pack, okay, and fully affect the top and bottom. So we'll go back down and then try to put both knees on, both knees off, or otherwise just alternating, and do your best, and let's go for 10. Hoping you can see what I'm doing. Let's try this way. Okay, so we put both knees on, and then both knees to the floor. Touch them, push off. You can use your feet too if you want to. If you want to tap your toes, gently like modified, just tap your knees, push off your toes. Do that a couple times. Do that 5 times. Toes, knees, push off your toes in order to get up there. 5 to 10 times. Okay. Rest after that. Okay. So now continue to rest. Let the blood relax. Let the oxygen back in. Inhale, deep breath. Smile. Relax. Okay, so now do the same exact thing, but try to do it with your toes, your top of your feet, on the top of your feet. Okay, so watch this. So here, I'm gonna be on the flat of my feet as opposed to the pushing off like that. Flat of the feet, and come up like that. Just like slide the feet in order to get up, and then knees down. It can be tops of the feet, and then gently down to your knees. Yeah, try that 5 times, 5 to 10 times. Knees together for the core. Slide the tops of the feet in to get your knees up. Tops of the feet down, and slide back to your knees. 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Okay, you feel that more like upper body. You know, another one, this is really good for, they say kapha. Vata Pitta Kapha is Ayurvedic, Indian medicine, nutrition. Look at your poop, basically. Cleanse yourself out. Look at the way your eyes look. The pulse reading. Check your tongue. A lot of cool stuff in Ayurvedic medicine. And I'm probably saying that wrong. It's okay. Ayurvedic. But yeah, they say Vata Pitta Kapha. So if you're heavier set, if you're overweight, that's usually Kapha. And Kapha means to balance that, we want to work the upper body. So being upside down is actually would be beneficial from my thoughts. But in terms of losing weight or in terms of that, and I also think because it brings blood to the thyroid. And again, the thyroid is your expression. So let's do it one more time. Okay, so this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to just tap my knees. If you can just tap your knees, you're really with that core, and then keep your feet out of it. Just the knees. Maybe you have to push up with your feet at first. I want you to try to bring just your knees down. Then again, if you need to, push your feet, or you can try it with just your knees. That's hard, huh? That's pretty kind of hard. Niko, how do you do that? Fine, just go off of your toes then. Just do that one again. 2, 3, 4, one more, 5. Headstand all the way. Yeah. Anyway, we'll do our best, huh? Keep working on it. So that's one core work, and yeah, I know that was a lot. That was more core work. So go back if you're still new to headstands. Go back and look at the YouTube videos. I know it was a lot of videos ago, and some even on the YouTube it's kind of hard to go down to the bottom videos, but it's like I don't know how many videos, like maybe 100 videos down. We've done a lot of workouts, you know, since this whole thing. It's been like almost 6 months now since we started. So 2 a days for 6 months, that's a lot of videos. I think I'm up to like 250 now with all this stuff. So go down there, check it out. You can type in Headstand 1 Fight Fearless and check out from the beginning of the headstands. If you're just at the beginning of doing headstands and this is advanced for you, you can go back on the YouTube channel and subscribe with us obviously down there below. Hit the notification bell all, so that way every time we jump on, boom, you get a ding. You're like, oh, Niko's on, let's go ahead and get it. Yeah, Fight Fearless team. We're building a team, guys. So let me know if you want to know what your spiritual powers are, because we do have spiritual powers, and I'm starting to really take note of this stuff in my life. The power of telepathy, the power of empathy, the power of pyrokinesis, starting fires in people, passion and passion in yourself, starting the fires, invisibility and immortality, and all these different spiritual powers that we have and that we can use and we can gift to others and expand our love in, and expand our energy in, and expand our spirit, and just notice the blessings that happens in your life. So let me know if you'd like to do that. It's a one-on-one Zoom call. I don't know, we will get on that, and I'll message you back and find a time for that now. But yeah, let's go ahead and get that, and then that's it. Keep messaging, keep talking, comment in. We'll keep talking. We'll keep going on back and forth on Facebook, Instagram, and you can follow us any of them. FightFearless.com. Go down to the bottom and check out those links, and follow us on all the social media. And that's it. Much respect, you guys. Headstand core work. I think that's good. We want to try one more? Let's do one more before we finish. Let's get one more. Get that out the way. Just one more here. Come up onto your toes. You know, here's another one too. If you walk back, all the way back to a plank into the floor. Let's do that one actually really quick, because that's real good for the neck and strengthening the neck. Basically, I'm here flat on the ground, prone, right, in a Sphinx pose. And then if you just put your head to the floor and walk your feet. Squeeze your feet together, flex your toes, tap them back and walk. Come up, boom. Right back down, walk forward. All the way till it comes up. Keep the pressure, come back to your elbows. Elbows, pressure into the palms. Forehead to the floor, looking straight down so my neck is straight. Jalandhara Bandha, tuck the chin in. Head to the floor. Walk your feet forward. Exhale till they come off the ground, maybe just a little bit, that's okay. Walk them back. Keep the pressure on the forehead. Let's do 3 more, 2 more, 2 more. Exhale. I know it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. Don't worry about it ruining your hair, because it's going to strengthen your hair follicles. So you'll have more hair. You'll grow your hair more because the blood goes up into the skull. And so gentlemen, don't be afraid. Ladies, don't be afraid. Don't ever act out of fear. Act out of love and confidence and strength and faith. So that's it. Much respect, you guys. Fight fearless. We'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow for more breathwork at 9 a.m. And until then, fight fearless.